is up, everyone? Welcome back. In today's video, we'll be talking about if you should get separate ways, which if you have the remake, it will cost you $10, but in the original, it's free cuz that totally makes sense. So to start, let's go over a mini review. So the start was fun, and to start with the boss fight was great as long as you wasn't the first time you've ever played it. But yeah, but since this is more of a should you get it, let's just skip over the review for now. So, $10, and I managed to beat this game in about 3.5 hours. So, let's look at if it's worth it. So, let's look at a couple things. So, to start with one, was it fun? The most subjective part of this video. So, there was a new boss fight from the remake that wasn't in the original Separate Ways, but it was in the original Resident Evil 4, so it doesn't really count. But yeah, let's look at two things I loved about the story. One thing is that it's not rushed, which I'm not saying the original was rushed, but this one, it only had 7 chapters, and the story is still able to feel longer and have a good progression. 2, they had Luis, because who doesn't love Luis? And if you hate Luis, why? Tell me why. But, yeah. Who doesn't love the comic relief character who's always forgetting stuff? Totally. But I'd say that the story was a 9 out of 10. So 1 out of 3 things are good so far. But is it really justified $10 or 11-ish with tax? And on to the second thing, the game mechanics. One thing that was used more in fighting, the grappling gun, which you can stun an enemy and then use a grappling gun to kick them from farther away instead of having to run up. And also you can get charms to help you with crafting and stuff in the remake, which you couldn't do in the original. So that's another plus for the remake that costs money. So far, 2 out of 3 things positive. And now for the last one. That could make it not worth it. Enemies/boss fights. Now some people like super easy, but the remake is not as easy. Because in the original, one tutorial later, I beat the final boss fight without taking damage in 1 minute on professional. And I did it with only a knife. But the remake Separate Ways is not that easy. And if you want it to be that easy, then good for you. But if you want things to be hard, then the remake, I'd say, is a good thing to be harder. Or, you could always just play on easy mode for the remake. But another thing that we have to talk about is one thing that was not the best. The story in the original, I know a lot of people might disagree, but I'd say the remake story was a lot better than the original. Now, maybe it's just because I was just not in the mood to play it, which I was when I played the original, but the story was kind of boring and didn't seem the best. You just went from place to place, where in the remake you actually go there yourself instead of just, teleporting there. So, remake for the win. So yeah, I'd say that it was worth it. But, you spend your money how you want to spend your money. But if I were you, I'd get straight into playing Separate Ways. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.